Welcome to the Blueprint of Agency, a resource exploring neuromotor maturation, object use, and primitive reflexes in children aged 0 to 4 years. Neuromotor maturation follows directional laws. The cephalocaudal sequence, or head to toe, involves head elevation, trunk stabilization, and eventually ambulation. The proximodistal sequence, or midline to lateral, moves from gross central movements to precise coordination of the distal extremities. The biological handover shifts from automated survival movements, mediated by the brainstem, to voluntary cortical control. As the central nervous system matures, the frontal lobe actively inhibits lower motor patterns, unlocking volition. Primitive reflexes like the Moro, asymmetric tonic neck, stepping, and Landau reflexes are associated with posture and startle. They integrate at different ages, ranging from 2 months to 24 months, as shown in the table. Other primitive reflexes are linked to feeding and grasp. These include the rooting and suck-swallow, palmar grasp, plantar grasp, and the plantar reflex, also known as the Babinski sign. Each has a specific stimulus, response, and integration age. Diagnostic red flags in reflex maturation include absence, asymmetry, or persistence of reflexes. These signs can indicate severe central nervous system depression, physical trauma, or failure of cortical inhibition, pointing to potential pathologies. The grasp evolves from the involuntary palmar grasp, 4 to 5 months, to the raking grasp, 6 to 8 months. This is followed by the crude pincer, 9 months, and finally the fine pincer, 12 months, which allows for precise control. The path to bipedalism shows a progression of motor milestones from birth to age 4. This includes rolling, sitting, pulling to stand, walking independently, running, climbing stairs, and eventually pedaling a tricycle and balancing. Object use, like block stacking, is a clinical metric for the building blocks of agency. It requires manual dexterity and the ability to align flat surfaces, progressing from 2 blocks at 15 months to 8 to 10 blocks by 3 years. Visual motor integration is seen in the evolution of drawing, from the scribble at 18 months to the circle at 3 years. This progresses to the cross and square at 4 years, and the triangle at 5 years, showing mastery of diagonal integration. Play evolves from physical exploration, 6 to 9 months, to functional play, 12 to 15 months, where objects are used correctly. This leads to simple pretend play, 18 to 24 months, and finally, cooperative and imaginative play, 3 to 4 years. The reciprocal loop of play illustrates that manual motor skill and imaginative play are intertwined. Physical manipulation refines dexterity, which in turn sparks symbolic imagination, demanding more complex physical practice. The maturation inverse correlation shows that primitive reflexes decline as voluntary object use and agency increase. The handover phase around 12 months is when cortical inhibition overtakes brainstem survival mechanisms, unlocking volition. The architecture of early development has 3 rules. Biology dictates sequence, inhibition is progression, and play is engineering. These rules highlight the predictable order of development, the role of the frontal lobe, and the link between object manipulation and cognitive symbolism.